What's up, guys? This is Rax, and I am coming at you with another VOD analysis with my friends and stuff. So, to adjust camera point of view. So, right here. Not right there. Man, I keep messing it up. There we go. Alright, so starting off, what happened in the first few seconds. As Johnny, I was trying to set up kind of damage at the door. But that failed because I wasn't there in time. Which happens. It's understandable. So, right here, I want to talk about a couple of things. Number one, let's start off with Blake. Okay. Blake, you actually could have stayed right where you are. And really and truthfully, you could have looped around and got the Doctor Strange pushing right here. Right? Because, think about it. It forces everybody else to push up and not turtle. Okay? And so you could have pushed them into hyper. It would have forced the Doctor Strange out of position. And you could have got something right there, right? Number two. The only reason that you are coming back is because of this Captain America. Since we had a Bucky, the Bucky should be able to handle the Captain America, not you. Okay, this is where knowing the team's responsibilities and knowing the characters that you're playing with are. Okay, so the Bucky is responsible for pulling anyone in that dives, that overextends, anything. That is why Bucky is a frontline character. Okay. Now, you also had no reason to come back, and you are coming back and stuff. The only reason why I say that is because you're trying to save Jay. But look who is also right here, right? All Captain America is gonna do is cause disruption, right? And force cooldowns, okay? So, the thing is, Blake, you're responsible for kind of being like Wolverine, but not Wolverine at the same time. You should have been right there, flanking, and causing disruption yourself, okay? With no disruption and stuff, like, that's the thing. That is what, in general, Captain America and Thor are. They're disruptor characters because they force cooldowns and just back away. Okay? Now, he's attacking Jay, but I see this, right? Because I'm a flyer, right? And because that's the thing. Jay had himself covered, right? That is where you had nothing to worry about because I'm right there. You didn't have to give up your position to peel backwards. I would have told you to peel backwards if you needed to. Okay? And so that's why I'm saying that knowing the team and what you're playing with is key in winning these team fights and stuff, because Flyers also have the most vision of the team because we're in the air, okay? And I see the Captain America and I am instantly helping Jay, okay? You didn't have to do that. You could have stayed where you are right over there and possibly call the support and stuff, right? So now, this is what it is. It leaves Hyper on the front line right here by himself. And so, because look at where all three of us are, when it really should have been two. Okay? Because he blinded him, he would have had to instantly go away because I'm dealing much damage to him. Okay? And guess what? He was forced to retreat now, and you used awakening room stuff, right? So right here, I would not. So for future reference on this map, when they are coming up this hillside, I don't recommend kind of like fighting around the corner. I recommend fighting back here. So Jay or Hyper, whenever y'all are supports and stuff, y'all position kind of like back here, and then when shit gets rocky, just cut around the corner and stuff. Because generally speaking, main, like down main and stuff, is usually for just tanks, really and truthfully. Doctor Strange and Groot and stuff like that, right? Same with like Bucky and stuff like that. Because the thing is that if y'all are like fighting like right here and stuff, y'all won't have vision on like where they are. All y'all will have vision of is kind of just like right here. Okay? And that's usually not where anybody wants to take the fight and stuff. And you will see a lot of teams kind of like fight a little bit right here. So like, since we're on defense, we should be kind of like positioned like right here, so that we can see like, hey, they're this way or that way, and if somebody's hitting us from the side, we instantly know this. Because if that was the case, I don't think we would have caught this low key. We could have though, because we could have caught somebody reviving, right? So yeah, Blake, you didn't have to do that. But continuing. So I fly low, you come back and stuff like that. He was low from all of that. And so yeah, like I said, generally speaking, we want to fight right here and stuff. Kind of like right in this area. So obviously I'm taking a whole bunch of damage, stuff like that. They got infinite ammo, stuff like that. That was a good disruption. Okay. Yes. That was good. Now this is, like I said, this is where we kind of should have pushed up collectively as a team. Okay. And the reason why I say that is because this is where like we should have pushed up as a team, right? Because Captain America can't do no defense whatsoever. He just can't, right? So, with that being said, since they were down a tank, let's just forget the revive, right? Since they're down a tank, you generally want to push up. If they are off tank, push up. Excuse me. Same with Thor. If it was a Thor, we push up. Okay? Because, let's say we did push up, right? That means that we have occupied so much space to where the Doctor Strange wouldn't have been able to come around, and Blake would have just bullied the fuck out of him right in this area, right? So let's say we were all pushed up right here. Okay. Let's say the Bucky was right here. Yeah. So the supports were like right here in this area. Hyper was like right where Blake was, stuff like that, right? Let's say like right that, because right now they don't have no infinite ammo. Okay, let's say that. That means that there are three characters: Bucky, Hyper, if he was standing where Blake was, two supports, and me in the sky, right? Because I'm gonna be taking all of that line of fire anyway, because they obviously gotta shoot me now. So, with that being said, it would have forced Doctor Strange in a really bad situation, and he would have still been at an off angle. Not an off angle. At a bad position because his team is right there. Cap is pushing back, and he's just out because of that beacon, right? And so it would have turned that good beacon into a bad beacon if we were positioned kind of like right here and stuff like that. Okay. That's why you see a lot of tanks push back this way, because they have the most vision and stuff like that. But oftentimes when the tanks do that, the supports don't communicate or follow the game plan and park their butts right here, that they stay down main and they get picked off. So yeah, now because Blake wasn't looking at the Doctor Strange, or looking at where he was getting hit from, he basically moves out of the way. But now you're in even at an even worse position, because what you did was you basically just did a ring around the rosy instead of just turning your line of sight. That's really all you had to do, because now look at what you did. I rewinded very hard. Oops, my fault. Yeah, like, you didn't see. This is what I'm saying. When you're getting hit, turn around, okay? Because you have to look at how you're getting hit. If you're not a squishy, let's say the DPS, you can turn around for a split second and figure out where you're getting hit at. So you didn't do that, and I know for a fact Thor can turn around in Awakening, right? So you can see that, right? Then guess what? Since here's the thing, if you turn around and you attack the Doctor Strange, because Hyper is trying to help you, okay? All you did literally was, because of the Captain America retreating, and now you helped the Doctor Strange go back to his team and stuff. Now they're bullying you, and because of this, everybody target line of sights you and stuff. And now, even though you're out of the bad position, Hyper isn't, because now, even though he died and stuff, he trying to save you and stuff like that, and Hyper should never have to turn around. Okay? Keep this in mind. A tank should never have to turn around at all. They should be focusing on what's in front of them. Okay? What's on the side of them and stuff, but never behind them. Okay? Unless it's a numbers advantage. Okay? In my opinion. But so now Captain America's out of position again. Gets out of position. jumps back into the team again. I'm wondering where are the CCs on this one? Yeah, like, see right there? Hold on. Shit. So right there. So he has no jump, I don't think, right? He has to pull his shield out, right? Yeah, he has no jump. So when he's trying to get away, that's where the shoe should have pulled his ass back in. Okay. So that's also another thing. And you, Jay, had your cooldowns up too. Okay. Yeah, actually, wait, I take that back. Yeah, see right there? The Sue should have pulled him back in. Okay. Because there's no way that he should have got out at all with the Sue. Because she can pull anybody that dives back in. Because guess what? He just wasted just about every escapable resource he had just to get away from everybody. Right? So the Sioux should have pulled him back. And then guess what? He still is in the back line. And again, he jumps again and still no pull from the Sioux at all. Like, that's also a blunder part on the Sioux, because like I said, with that type of composition, he should have not got scot-free. And also, oh shit, hold up. And with the Bucky, I didn't see no hook. Like, boom. Right there. I didn't see no hook at all. As soon as he literally, if I was a Bucky, as soon as he literally came towards me, I would have hooked him. Okay? Because, like I said, no freaking way he should have been able to jump twice. Yes. He should not have been able to jump twice, but that's also a DPS problem. Okay? So now Blake is trying to 1v1 the turret. Well, I kill him and stuff. I help him and stuff. But here is where the problem gets. Okay? So right here, I want everybody to note that we can destroy the turret. I mean, not the turret, the amplifier. Okay? Destroying the amplifier is the only way for them to not steamroll us in a damage off. Okay? Because if that happens, we lose that fight even if we get a pick. Okay? I don't think I was aiming at the amplifier, but we have 4 characters down main that could easily hit that shit. And stuff, right? And because of this amplifier, Blake, you're not gonna win that. It's just a done deal. You're not gonna win that. I know it's dumb, but yeah, when an amplifier is out, you're not gonna win any 1v1 fights, 1v6 fights, stuff like that. You're not. because it basically turns everybody on that team hella, basically, and stuff. But I want to acknowledge again, you can destroy the turret, the amplifier. Okay, it will take a long time, but because we got a pick, they were not going to do a Punisher or anything. That's why I said if we destroyed it, and focused on destroying it and stuff, that's when I said like, hey, they have a rocket, so when they pop that thing, they're gonna use it like a support ult, basically 9 times out of 10 and stuff. So when it's out and we recognize that, hey, we didn't see Rocket use their ult yet, let's play passive a little bit, okay? Because we have to give them a reason to use it, right? And then guess what? Collectively, we can try and destroy the amplifier with all of our, attacks at once. And then it just gets destroyed, right? Because of that, thing, I think I missed. Yeah, see, they're out of range of it. And so this becomes like a weird scenario because how did that start? I killed the Punisher. Okay. Yeah, again, the Bucky should have pulled the Captain America. And let's check and see. God damn it. Why didn't... Now that was stupid. You had to use another cooldown to kill him. When his back was turned, you could have headshotted him instantly. Like, what the heck? Yeah, he could have headshotted him instantly, like jump headshot. I low-key don't know why they ulted here. I low-key don't know. I'm trying to figure that out myself. But anyways, I guess it worked. Yeah, see, like right here, the Sue is not even in the effective range of where she needs to be, right? And the reason why I say that is because Sue should kind of be like behind, somewhat on in the same area as Bucky, and a little bit behind Viper, right? Because her stuff can bounce off between enemies and people, right? And so I really didn't see I barely seen her orb at all, to be honest, and stuff. So it's a lot to unpack for real. Like, let me tell you, all she could do is literally walk right up here, throw it. So that's serious. Free tick damage. Yeah, look, throw it right there, free tick damage. That's all, like, all it is. Like, and then that would have slowed them down, and I would have possibly got more picks with that. Like, let's just be honest. Mm, so the Bucky again wasted that ult. I don't even know where he fucking hit. Alright, so right here was a bad ult. And the reason why I say that was a very bad ult, because the Doctor Strange was in front of everybody and all he had to do was shield. That was a very bad ult. Okay? And here's the thing. Nobody wouldn't have been able to capitalize, because look how we're just turning the corner. Okay? If we had a held this spot, like here again, right? If they're getting pushed back, right? Then we move up ourselves into this area, not hanging back right here, because how we're gonna get vision from being all the way back here, right? I'm gonna position the camera. I'm positioned where Jay is, right? I don't have no vision of the characters, but when I get over here, I have way more vision, right? Oh, I see the Captain America jumping. Oh, I see the Doctor Strange right there. Oh, I see that, right? Or another person right there, right? And then there's your escape route right there. So if you needed to push back and loop around, you can. And that's only if we're, not getting pushed so hard. Okay? So they assemble. I don't know what that ult for was, really. I know you and Viper were trying to combo off a bit, but like I said, he didn't hit anything and you didn't hit anything either. So it was just kind of like wasted ults at that point. And now they're hard targeting you, and you're our only tank alive. And why did you do that? Why did you do that? You had another hammer. Yeah. See, like right here. See right there. There was no need to do that. All you had to do was just kept dashing back. Yeah, you would have been out of hammers, but dude, look at the position at where you're at. You have no choice but to use any amount of cooldown you have to get away. Okay? There was no point in you going over here looking for a fight. Because I know why you did it. Because you were trying to get the rest of your hammers and see if they were going to try and fight you and stuff. Because that's the only real reason why you put that right there and stuff. Okay? So, and you can't take a fight, because look at what's going on in the background. Okay? Like, we have a shit ton that's going on right here. We have Captain America just basically just being the ultimate disruptor and stuff. We don't have focus fire on him because the Star-Lord's diving with him and stuff, right? It ends though, but at the same time, you could have just... Here's the thing. Like, the Star-Lord was so daggum low because of me hitting him and stuff, right? That if you came in and maybe helped, we could have killed him right there. And that Stoller got insta-healed because of Mantis. Put all her leaves and stuff. And then you died. Because you didn't touch it in time. That's why I said, don't force anything. And literally, that's why I said, you should have focused on getting back. Because you would have actually lived if you hadn't put that thing down and went to the left. You should have just kept going back. That's the only thing you could have done. At that point, okay. So right here, Jay, you could have ulted right here. And the reason why is because that's why I said when you hear stuff, and I'm hearing it too, when you hear that shit, here's the thing. Look. Here's what I'm saying, right? Your job is to keep everybody alive, right? You could have kept him alive, even though you're getting pressured. You could have kept him alive with that ult. And I would not have been mad. Because look at what happened earlier, right? They used Rocket Raccoon and Mantis already. They have nothing to fight on except offense. That's it. If you had a ulted right there, he would have lived because of the ult. And all you had to do really was just ult. And yeah, all you had to do was just ult, go straight to the left, and then back. That's all you had to do. You would have kept him alive to where he could have did something. Because you would have had enough health you would have had enough health to use it. You would have had enough health. And they used that shit too. Yeah. So you would have saved just about everybody. Yep. But other than that, I'm kind of gonna skip forward a little bit. Because after that point, it was just kind of like really bad. So now I'm going to attack. Okay. So, at this point, the reason why I skipped is because defense was just really a slaughter and stuff like that on numerous occasions and stuff. But to take away from that, like I said, Jay, you need to keep everybody alive. Okay? If they are at off angles, that is not your job. People at this rank should know when to come to you for heals. Okay? Point blank simple. I know how to come to you for heals. Okay? I will fly down and be at vision height for you to see me. Okay? Your job was to keep everybody alive. Okay? And even that's how you solve the problem with that portion of that part right there. Okay? Because we were defending them pretty good up until that point. Because they didn't have no defensive. They just had Mantis and Rocket Raccoon. All they had left was offense at that point. They didn't have anything else. So, with you holding with you holding it and stuff, you died because you're focusing on the Captain America and stuff like that. You're getting pressured. Remember, I told you that when you're getting pressured, pop it. Okay? If they are forcing you to do it, pop it. Okay? There was nothing you could have done there. Okay? The word, like I keep saying, support is literally the easiest role to play because your only job is to keep everybody alive and just be effective in team fights. That's it. Even though Hyper died, you could have kept Blake alive by ulting. Yes. Because when I go support, it's really not that hard. Yes, your ult is used for defense, but to keep everybody alive and to sustain yourself, yes, you need that. Okay? That's the only way. You had no cooldowns to keep Blake alive. You used it. That's it. Your only thing to do to keep Blake alive in that moment was to ult. And that was it. And you held it and you died for it. Okay? And like I said, we can, and I instantly said we can't fight on that because you instantly died. Okay? That's the worst thing you can do as support is hold your ult. Okay, and I know you get confused on when to ult. Okay? Like I said, at that moment you should have. And that's why I said, like, reacting to the ult cues and stuff like that, no matter what it is, you got to. Because hell, if I was you in that situation and stuff, I would have ulted right then and there. Yes, as soon as I heard Punisher, at least any fucking thing, you should have ulted. You should have. Because even I would. That's how you be reactive. And I'm not saying that your reaction isn't good. There's different meanings to being reactive. For example, in order to be reactive, it's not only by just hearing, it's also by looking at the circumstances of what is going on. Right then and there, you should have popped it. That's reaction. Okay? It's not just about hearing the ult cues and stuff like that. It's about looking at the situation, what we need to do to stay in the fight, and stuff like that. Because Hyper could have portaled back. Yes. If we had ulted, Hyper could have portaled back and saved the time, and we would have had something else going. Okay? And guess what? Because of that portal, Blake could have came in too. You see what I'm saying? Because guess what? If you had ulted, that would have been it right there. You would have possibly defended that. Who knows? But like I said, when you have it, you need to say you have it, and you got to know when to ult. Because I'm not always going to be in charge of directing how people should ult. Okay? If my role is DPS, I'm in charge of dealing damage, telling when I'm gonna ult, and stuff like that. Okay? That's my job as DPS. If I was support, I call out every single cooldown I do. Okay, down to the T. Because like I said with Sue, when I played Sue on that one map and stuff, I think last night, that is how you play effective support. You say all the cooldowns that you do. Orb behind you, orb on the left, orb at my feet, stuff like that. Okay? If you switch to cloak, say, hey, blind, Captain America blinded, Doctor Strange blinded, stuff like that. I use my cooldown. blase, blase, blase. You have to know, hey, I use my cooldown. So that let everybody know, hey, if they try to pressure you, we need to protect you. Okay? That's what it is. Because when supports use their cooldowns, they're going to be targeting you. Like, for example, when I use my jump, I said, hey, I use my jump. I don't have no escape option for 6 seconds. Okay? Then when it's back on, I say, hey, I got it back. And stuff. Okay? So, key takeaways from defense. Fight on that, fight near the water fountain so that we can have vision and stuff. Right? So when they're pushing up the hill, fight around the water fountain. Okay, because we have most vision that way. 2, be careful on how you ult. Because honestly, Viper, what you could have did was you could have went on the high ground and then got the jump on them and then ulted. Because typically you want to ult their backline and stuff, not just straight up frontal assault. Unless you just straight up bully your way through and stuff like that, honestly. But you didn't bully your way through. They just kind of just stood in your face. Right? It would have been different if you bullied through their whole line and stuff, right? Another takeaway that we should look at is only peel when it is necessary and stuff. So if I have vision that, hey, Captain America is jumping on Jay and Jay put down his healing thing and stuff, and I am, just hitting him and stuff, there was no reason for you to come back and try and save him, Blake, when I was right there. Okay? Because he was forced to go back. That's all Captain America is really gonna do, is just cause disruption like you do. Stuff, right? So, another thing, like I said, the main takeaways is don't peel unless it's necessary. Okay? And please keep everybody alive. Okay? Because, like I said, I am not in charge of knowing when you should ult and stuff like that, because you as a player should decipher when to ult. Okay? I already told you guys the antithesis of when you should ult, when the support should ult. Okay? Is when to have defense against certain ultimates and to keep everybody alive. Okay? Like I said, even if, like, I'm gonna give you another example that I remember clear as day, right? We were playing domination on, I think, Hell's Base, right? And we had a Sue. Well, I was a Sue. Jay, you were Dagger. We had a Magic. I think we had a Doctor Strange. I think. I don't know who was Doctor Strange, I think. And you were Thor. I think Viper was Doctor Strange. Okay? Yes, I remember. Yeah, Viper was Doctor Strange and you were Thor, as usual, right? I ulted because the magic was low. Did I do it in defense? No. Did I keep him alive? Yes. Because, you want to know why? Because somebody had their LOS on him, and if they hit him and stuff, he would have died. Even if we shot our primaries at him, he would have died. Okay? That is when you should ult. Okay? But back to the thing at hand. So now we're on attack, okay? So now we kind of switched it up to where we had Loki now. We have 3 supports to kind of like counter Star-Lord, stuff like that, right? And they switched to Penny. So Doctor Strange was way out of position, stuff like that, hammering, stuff like that. That's good. Okay, that is really good. And I bubbled you and stuff like that, right? That's okay. My only issue is that you used Awakening again. I already said that Awakening should be used to get a kill. Who are you trying to kill? Who are you aiming at? Who are you aiming at with the thing? Right? I know you were aiming at the Punisher, but you should be focusing on protecting your own self, because this is a job for the DPS to also attack him too. I know everybody on this map see the Punisher, right? So that means that there should be, hold up, there should be at least a Loki clone right there, right up here. This is enough space for a Loki clone. And maybe a Loki clone. Maybe a Loki clone. Hold on. Yeah, right here. All of that could have shot him. To where Blake didn't have to use a rune. Okay? That's what I'm saying. We need to use our character's abilities effectively. Okay? Because Blake should not have to go Awakening to hit the Punisher. Squirrel Girl can aim. Loki can put down clones and go DPS for a little bit. We have 3 healers. One of y'all can go to DPS. Preferably Loki or, Loki, right? Because Loki can put up clones and have increase his range that way. And guess what? They shoot at wherever you're targeting too. Okay? So he should have not have went Awakening right here. And that's not really Blake's fault, right? And so again, he's getting webbed, but I don't know how he got pushed in front of me. But the Doctor Strange was, just getting pushed, right? So Blake, this is where, so I bubbled you obviously, which is fine, okay, because I'm protecting you, okay? But typically speaking, oh shit, I did not. Well, fuck, hold up now. That should not even be the case. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That is very fucking weird. Okay, no need to put that domain. There was no need. There was no need to put that domain right there. Because look, that's why I said y'all gotta communicate cooldowns. There was also no need to even use any cooldowns. Actually, you wanna know why? Because we're using 3 healers. 2 can pocket 1. Like, she was really not in any danger whatsoever. All y'all had to do was just shoot at her. Like, and then guess what? She can battle the Doctor Strange. Like, that's crazy. And I'm not like mad or anything or like roasting or anything, but I'm just saying, like, there was really no point in using the rune or the orb right here. She was alive. Where are the Loki clones? Am I tripping? Look how much space you have. Fuck. I hate this goddamn thing. Look how much space you have to put a Loki clone. Yeah. You can put a Loki clone over here. Cause guess what? They don't have a Moon Knight. You can put a Loki clone over here. Have them shoot down main. Like, there's so much you could do right here. Like, that's the thing. We're not controlling a lot of space right here. Really and truthfully. Blake is literally doing everything he can do. And stuff. And so this is where everybody should have kind of went DPS. Right? Because, like I said, this is why I said everybody should have went DPS. Because we have 3 healers. One of y'all can go DPS. DPS heal hybrid. Right? Because knocked them out, right? Sue could have pulled him right there. Okay? We got a blind on him, right? Well, on both of them, actually. And that's why I said having a Loki clone to put pressure up is key. And you can honestly shoot at the freaking spider nest yourself, too. Okay? And guess what? If you pushed up a little bit, you could put a Loki clone right on this ridge and basically kind of have like a Loki clone just firing at the back here. And it would be a whole lot of confusion trying to figure out where in the hell they're getting hit from. You see what I'm saying? That's how you use Loki effectively, not just down main and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta reform, you know? Because, like I said, Blake is pushing, doing everything, and, you know, we're trying to do all that we can, and it just feels like we're not, you know, it's not working and stuff. I don't know what the heck the score girl is. Again, people, not a good time to domain. Again, listen, with triple healers and stuff like that, Loki has the single best healing shot in the game, and we have a cloak and dagger that can use her healing cape instead of the orb to heal me. Okay? That was another waste again. Because that could have been beneficial for something else. If you get what I'm saying, right? It could have helped Blake if you had a Loki clone up there. Because he's focusing on getting the mine so we don't frickin' die and stuff. And so right here, hold on. Um, 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 how many hammers did you have? That was weird. It just... Okay, yeah. Alright, so he died, right? Okay. That's why I said you could have killed him, but your aim was high key off. He should not have lived that. Traditionally speaking, you never want to take a Punisher on with that, but you did anyway. It's just the fact of the matter is that you just couldn't aim the rest of your shots and stuff. Because you could have killed him. You really could have killed him right there. Yeah, you really could have. And she was trying to save you too. She really didn't have to back off there. No, she could have actually kept pressuring her to get out that off angle and stuff. And she failed. Awesome. So that was a good ult, because it was gonna get destroyed anyway. Right? See? Right here again, right? So, why are there 3 Loki clones back here? Okay. My issue is this, okay? You could have... Here's the thing, okay? You could have set a Loki clone up here, swapped with that clone, came over here, dropped the clone right here, then immediately put another clone right here, because I think the max you can put up is 2. I think, right? With that being said, you would have had pressure up there on the off angle and pressure down middle, right? Loki is a very interesting character. Okay? That was a wasted ult. Very wasted ult. Yeah, like for real, you could have had like a Loki clone up here and help down at an off angle. Oh shit. Again, what was the point of that? Nobody was pressuring us. Nobody. And see, that's where I also said that, like, hey, that E would have been a great cooldown so that we didn't have to ult. But we had to. So, oh, that ult got cancelled. No, I didn't. And Blake got stuck. Unfortunate. Honestly, the way you could have actually gotten out of that. Yeah, see, like right there, that could have saved somebody. The E. I mean, yeah, the domain, the region domain, whatever you want to call it. I don't know how you got stuck right there, but honestly, you should have just aimed your stuff upward and just landed. That's all I really kind of like want to say about that one. Now, right here, you should have not taken your eyes off of what's in front of you. And the reason why I say that is because you you died from having your back turned because you were focusing on trying to heal the score girl, right? He This is what I'm saying. He could have went up here, right? He could have went up here for safety. But he didn't. And you should have just kept focusing down main instead of trying to go save him. At that point, that was really a him problem and not a you problem. Okay? And because you were trying to save him, you died because of it. What I noticed that with this team, they are very good at reacting to what the situation goes on. So, like, for example, because Blake went up here, so did the Doctor Strange, stuff like that. And so everybody else was positioned right here, and then when Blake went down, not down, but yeah, you see how like they're positioned? stuff. Yeah, right there. That's another mistake. You don't do that. Knowing that Penny has CC like that and infinite ammo, yeah, you were done deal. That orb was hard. Honestly, Blake, right up here would have been a perfect way to go up here. All you had to do was just hit the window. You can hit this window and you're automatically on top of the bridge rather than going down on just basically straight main and doing that. And you would have perfectly been out of the spider nest range too. I don't know why you attacked the bridge and stuff. So that's just kind of like a you moment. Yeah, that's, I don't know. I don't really know what that was. And like I said, that's a bad orb. And the reason why I say that is because just because you see just because you see a big red plus sign does not mean you throw a cooldown out. Okay? I'm just saying that as as frank as possible. And the reason why I say that is because you could have saved this, right? You always, this is how you guys should use your cooldowns. You want to have a purpose with doing the cooldowns first. So what was the purpose of that orb, right? He was already dead because he got onto a spider mine. 4 people are right there. He's dead, right? You could have just simply just primary, just kept killing everybody else and saved the cooldown something else and stuff like that. And plus, there's no point. You should only throw the orb when we're stationary, okay? When we're moving and stuff, you want to shoot Dagger's primary and her light cape or whatever it's called. And then that way, once you hit low ammo, Dagger, cloak swap, boom, keep up the healing. How you do it. Stationary, throw the bubble down, stuff like that. Don't throw it because you see a big red plus sign at an instant that he's dead. You have to realize, hey, are you dead? If he's not, okay, then throw the orb down. If he was dead, don't throw it. What was the point of that E? Could have had the save for Star-Lord. That was a good orb. That was not a good E. Nope. That was hell of a not a good E. Why? Why do that over there? Ain't nobody holding point over there. Everybody just retreated. That was a bad one. You could have just kept primary firing, honestly, because they really weren't pressuring. You could have saved that one. That was on him because he walked in front of me. Hold on, give me 1 second. Nice escape, by the way. What was the point of that E? Understandable orb. Not a bad one. There really wasn't a point to that E. Um, so that's why he died. Okay. So right there, so I had to think for a second. So sorry for the long pause. 2 o'clock, 2:30, I think, in the morning right now. Yeah, 2:30 right now. Um, so right there, um, I said the to cover him, and nobody kind of did that. That's why, cause I don't know. That was kind of just weird and stuff, to be honest. To be with you, because with Loki, you traditionally don't want to copy an offensive. You want to copy a support because support ults are crucial when pushing the advantage regardless, because he could have pushed the advantage even harder if he had somebody to help. Let's be real. And then, because guess what? I had pushed the Punisher all the way, and the Punisher had died, right? Even though the Mantis is dead and stuff, right? it could have been a whole lot more easier and stuff. Cause now look. So at that point, when you're in, so when you're in your dagger, when you're seeing DOJ, go DPS mode until you see it go out. That way you could have dealt damage to the Star Lord. Your focus should have been on that Star Lord, not the Strange. Because, like I said, remember, the target priority we want to go for is support, DPS, and tanks. Okay? Because, for one, that was a bad use of your getaway tool to chase after that Doctor Strange. That is Blake's job. He's the only character that can hit him. Okay? That's Blake's job. Your job should have been this Star Lord. Because, if I'm not mistaken, he is one. And I'm noticing that, right? And guess what? He flies away. And now, and y'all two didn't even. Blake's trying to hit him, and then guess what? The Star Lord gained his health back because we didn't hit him. Because UJ wanted to focus on this Doctor Strange when it should have been the Star Lord and stuff. Because that's why I'm saying we have to know target priority and stuff. Because the line of target priority goes like this: supports, DPS, and tanks. You have to differentiate when it is a good idea to go for which one. In that situation, the DPS, which was Star Lord, because he was by himself with nobody to protect him, and we just let him go scot-free. I said Star Lord is one. There's meaning to when people say that stuff, because it lets you know, like, hey, we got target priority over here, or hey, we need to prioritize these targets and stuff. Because we just let Star Lord go away because you wanted to partner up with Blake and try and tag team the Strange. But like I said, the only person to hit Strange is Blake. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all gotta know target priority. Cause like I said, with your auto aim J on Cloak, he would have died. He wouldn't have been flying around. On my shield right now, that's why. Could you have saved me right there? Nope. Because you had used your orb earlier, so you couldn't have kept me alive. Taking damage. Oh, yeah. You could have put the life force on me to increase your healing. You could have. So what you do is throw the life force and then do that? Yeah, you could have saved me right there. Okay. So, my brain. Okay. So right here, Blake, even though you were trying to attack spider mines, you really could have flanked. You really could have taken the off angle with the Namor and stuff. The Namor had a smart idea, honestly, and stuff. Because you could have cut behind there and went around and stuff. And forced the Punisher to fight you. Yeah, that way you avoided the spider mines. I don't know what type of ult was that. I wasn't even comboed at all. Yeah, my game started freaking freezing, crashing out. He doesn't even have any a clear way to even shoot that. So that was kind of a waste right there too. I need to see how you die. So let me guess, they just shot at you. Yeah, they did. That's why you died. Huh. Yeah, you can see in my movements that my computer basically just pooped itself with how my character was doing that. It's so funny. Um, so this part I'ma kinda skip and stuff because I really the only thing I can really say about this is just we um we as a whole could have not gone down main and stuff and just kinda like went around and whatnot as a whole. Or Blake could have went around as a whole since he was kinda like just kept going that same direction trying to get rid of the spider nest. the spider nest only has a select range. With that range right there, she don't really go that far with it. Unless there's just somebody reds on the screen. But you could have went around and got a flanker, gotten that Punisher, and stuff like that. So, on my part, yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here. Okay, because I think at this point it's just kind of like, yeah. So, key takeaways from this: we need to use our cooldown smartly and more efficiently again and stuff. I said it in the last VOD analysis video that I did. We have to use these cooldowns very smartly, okay? In a much smarter way, just to be put, okay? Because we're using them, and then when we have to fight something big, we don't have it and stuff like that, and it kind of just kills everything. We have to rely on an ult or something like that, basically. You know what I'm saying? So it just gets hard when our abilities getting used so fast, right? 2, target priority again. That Star-Lord J, that should have been your priority because he was already blinded and he was low. You cannot hit the tank with your auto aim. You were better off at targeting the Star-Lord. Let me think. Another key takeaway, not only with the target priority and stuff, we need to peel when it is necessary so that we don't give up our favorite positions because we think we have to, help the team and stuff like that. Let me see. Yeah, and the support usage, ult usage, could have been better and stuff on defense. I'm mainly talking to you, Jay, because you had it, and even though I told you before to listen for the ult cues and stuff like that, your job is to also keep everybody alive. So, yeah. I think that's really all that I wanted to say. But I hope this helps open a few. If y'all have any questions, DM me. I will post it in the coach's corner and stuff like that when it gets uploaded and stuff like that. And yeah, just target priority, use cooldowns more efficiently, support ults, use your support ults better, and keep everybody alive, and peel when only it's necessary. Good night.